guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another live video. So as you guys can see from the title, I am not a Leo, I am not a Sagittarius, I am not a zodiac sign, right? Guys, it's really hot today. It's nice and summery for a change. I just got up. When I got up today, I went out to put the clothes on the line and I couldn't believe how hot it was, right? This was a surprise because England's weather does change a lot. So randomly when it becomes super hot, we're not expecting it. I'm just looking in my reflection in the car window because I feel like I don't look okay today. Okay. There's nothing I can do about it now. I can't change how I look right now. I can't see my screen well. Does that say that someone is on my live? I can't see. Okay, so I'm going to get into the topic, guys. The topic is self-explanatory, but I understand in today's world, people dive into things that they don't really truly understand, right? And I am coming from a place where I was raised in this, right? I was raised on the Bible and I was raised on zodiac signs. Anybody that has come from Mark the Messenger's podcast will know, sorry guys, I'm trying to cross this road. Anyone that came from Mark the Messenger's podcast that was featuring me and Pastor Darius, right, will know that I mentioned how I grew up with both, right? So I was very much aware of zodiac signs. Hi Stephen, so glad that you're here. How are you? I'm great today. How are you? I know I'm leaving out a bit late today, but it's fine. As long as I get things done, that's all that matters, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? As long as I get what I need to get done today, it doesn't matter what time, as long as it's done. I'm not going to stress myself out. That's a nice car, guys. I can't even show you all. Yeah, so I was speaking to God today and I was stressing. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have been here. I should have been left out like half an hour ago. And then, yeah, God said to me, just do what you can. Take your time and do what you can. Do it when you can. Because there's no, obviously, sometimes it's good to reach deadlines, but today isn't that urgent. Today is bank holiday in the UK. So there's no point rushing to get things done. I'm glad that you're very well. That's amazing. That's really good to hear. We have to be grateful for where we are in life because some people are in worse situations than we are. So as I was saying, I was raised on both, right? So I grew up, I was told what zodiac sign I am, and we had a book on zodiac signs. So I would show interest in this book, because obviously as a child, you're very curious, right? I've never crossed this road, actually. Too many cars. Yeah, so as a child, I would dive into this book, and the thing is with zodiac signs is it's telling you, the book is telling you in general, even if you're not reading a book, zodiac signs are telling you who you are. Do you get it? So, oh my gosh guys, it's windy. So I just went in my eye. This is not very glamorous, is it, guys? Hi Atakan, how are you? Welcome back to my live video. Yes, so with zodiac signs, it's telling you who you are, you know. It's telling you your likes, your dislikes. It's telling you which places you will actually fall in love with. It's telling you who your who your partner is, who your ideal partner is based on star signs, right? So it's literally mapping out your life for you, and it's like you don't get to know who you really are because this thing is now in control over you. So if you look in this world, so many people are aware of zodiac signs. A lot of people believe in it more than ever, across different religions, across different ethnic backgrounds, across different countries. People do share this common interest, which is very fascinating, because that's the one thing that a lot of people have in common is zodiac signs. I don't know where this car is going, it's taking its sweet time. Be nice if you put indicator on. Sorry, I'm so mad, guys. It's just annoying because you're waiting to cross and then they don't put indicator on. So you think, oh, they're going straight across or they're turning. Yeah, so guys, so as I was saying, be careful of the road. Yeah, so guys, as I was saying, yeah, zodiac signs are literally shaping you into a box. They're telling you that based on what month and what date you're born, they're telling you what zodiac sign you are, and they're saying this is how you should be. So in a nutshell, it's actually controlling you. It actually took over my life, to be honest. Zodiac signs actually dominated my life to the point that it controlled who I spoke to. It controlled my interactions with people, because I would be constantly judging them based on the month they were born. I would know like people's zodiac signs over their birthday. I would just memorize, okay, that person is this star sign, that person's that star sign. I would, even years later, I would know someone is an Aries or if they're a Pisces. I would know because I've already formed a judgment of them in my head that is not even realistic, guys. It's not realistic. And people didn't know I was doing this. They didn't know. When I'd always ask them when's their birthday, and then when I'd find out their birthday, I'd work out what their star sign is, and I'll be watching them and analysing them and looking at their behaviours and being like, yep, this is definitely how an Aries behaves. This is definitely how I don't know, Libra behaves. And then I form a judgment that way, and it's not realistic. I would get a lot of people telling me, a lot of people tell me that zodiac signs are not true. Oh, hi Omar Plumber, how are you? Yeah, I always get a bit annoyed when people would come to my life and a lot of them would tell me that zodiac signs, it used to be males, they used to be like, oh, zodiac signs is not true, you can't really follow that. And I used to think, what do they even know? And I would continuously do it. I wouldn't leave it. And yeah, that basically ruled my life, guys. If I really liked a guy, I would study his zodiac sign. That's how ridiculous it became. So instead of getting to know him on a personal level, I would be studying his star sign on Google. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing, guys? How's everyone? How are you doing, Omar? Yeah, so guys, when I left zodiac signs, it was initially my choice. I never just woke up one day and said, okay, I'm not going to follow this. What happened was God intervened, right? Oh, you're working, that's amazing. So God intervened in my situation, in my life, right? And he guided me to my church. And I think some of you may know this story. So, it's really hard, guys. So he guided me to my church. And I attended many services before this happened, right? And then this one service struck me. My pastor was preaching, and he said how he's not a zodiac sign. He literally listed all the zodiac, well, not all of them, but he basically said he's not a zodiac sign. And he also pulled out tarot cards, and I was doing tarot cards at the time. And at that moment in time, I went cold turkey on him. I actually stopped. From that moment on, I stopped tarot, and I had to slowly withdraw myself from zodiac signs, right? So I made that decision. If you want to give up an addiction or anything like that, you need to decide in your mind that you want to quit it. That's it. Go cold turkey. When you make your mind up, if you have a strong enough reason to give it up, if you have a strong enough reason to give it up, you will. Trust me, you will. We haven't chatted in days. Yeah, it's been a minute. I don't usually go on in the weekends, but it's been a bit of a minute. I did a live video yesterday, but I haven't been consistent with my lives as much as I used to. So I'm trying to find like a pattern that works for me. Yeah, so let me just dive into zodiac signs. So anyone that is a believer of God, and there's a lot of you guys out there that believe in God, and you still label yourself as a zodiac sign, just so you know, that is the same as serving two masters, because it is part of the darkness. So zodiac signs is basically part of witchcraft. For those of you that do not know, it's actually part of the witchcraft. The Bible speaks against sorcery. These are darkness. So when you're walking in darkness, guys, bad things will come to you, right? You'll be blinded by the truth. You won't be in alignment with God, right? I need to emphasize that. When you're walking in darkness, right, more bad things come to you, right? And you won't be in alignment with God. So if you do end up dying, right, just so you know, Jesus will say to you, depart from me, I never knew you, right? Because these are dark things. These are things that the devil wants you to dive into. And these things are not of God, right? And this is things that people don't realise. They think it's a joke. They don't understand what they're opening the door to, right? When you open the door to these things, it invites more demons into your life. You'll have a lot of unhappiness. When you're walking in darkness, if anyone puts witchcraft on you, it does succeed, right? It does manifest effectively, right? And this is why people say, well, if there's a God, why does bad happen? God gives us instructions to follow, right? To protect us. And if we don't follow those instructions, right, darkness will take over. If you got two doors, right, and you've got one door with a light and one door of darkness, right, and you're walking through the door of darkness, what do you think is going to happen, right? Because God's giving you two options, right, and you're choosing not to follow him, right? You're choosing to go into darkness. So of course evil is going to happen, right? If you read the Bible, you see how God protects people that choose him, right? He protects them from evil. Thank you so much for life. He protects them from the dark. And no one can't tell me that I'm lying, because if you actually study the book, you do see how there's always going to be evil around us. But with God, there's protection. And we have to be very careful which doors we are opening. Are we walking into darkness, or are we walking into light? If you see people struggling in life, they're complaining about the chaos in their lives, ask them if they're a believer of God, and you can guarantee that they're not. You can guarantee. You can really guarantee. You look good. Excuse me. You look nice. Yeah, you look really nice. You're welcome. Yeah, sorry guys, I got distracted. So when you're choosing to walk in darkness, can also emphasize that a lot of people don't realize they're walking in darkness. A lot of people think that it depends on how they were raised. If they were raised anything like myself, they might think it's okay to be a lukewarm Christian. You can believe in God, but you can also do what you want. And it really doesn't work that way, guys. It really doesn't work that way. And this is a problem. And you see, it opens the doors for a lot of bad things to come into your life, right? And this isn't what God wants for your life, right? He wants you to come to him, right? When you're labeling yourself as a child, you're labeling yourself as a child of God, but you're also labeling yourself as a Cancerian. You're allowing the devil to come into your life. You're allowing the devil to take over and say, right, you're now my child. And these things are rituals, and they're part of witchcraft, and you're basically walking through the door of darkness. So you can't walk through two doors. You can't walk through the door of darkness and the door of light. It doesn't work that way. You've got to be all in with God or not at all. And if you are trying to walk through both doors, just know that this message is for you as well. It's not too late to turn back and go through the door of light. It's not too late to keep pushing that door of light, to keep going to God, right? Because He can guide you out of it. If He guided me out of it, He can surely do that with you. If He can transform my life from what I've been through, He can do exactly the same to you, but better, right? He's just waiting on us to choose Him. And a lot of us think that it's too late, right? Just learn more about God. Pick up your Bible. Pray to Him, right? It's not too late. You can still even if you're involved in darkness, you can still seek God. He will make a way out for you to get out of this darkness. And it might be as easy as what happened to me. Just going cold turkey on these things. And when you do that, God will see what you're doing and He will reward you. You'll see goodness coming in your life. You see protection. In this world, we need God's protection. We don't need zodiac signs telling us what to do in life. That is fake, right? It's a mockery, right? Imagine if I told someone, look, like if I was a psychic reader, I'm saying, look, you're going to meet a guy tomorrow. It's sick. You know, life doesn't work that way. No, they can't know your future. How can I know your future, guys? I don't even know my future, so how on earth can they know your future? You have to be careful what you're diving into. In the Bible, it tells you not to seek those people. Those people that are dealing with sorcery. The Bible tells you not to seek them. And people are doing it. They don't realise what's to come, right? Destruction will come. And this is what a lot of people don't realise. Because we can't see the spiritual world, so we think that what we're doing is a joke. And it's not. It's really not a joke, guys. We have to take these things serious. This is our life, this is our future. And your future depends upon you right now. So whatever choices you make will affect you. This applies to addictions as well. If you are abusing your body with addictions, your body will pay you back later. You'll see the consequences. So we have to be very careful, guys. But to summarize, guys, I'm not a zodiac sign. I'm so happy that I left that. It was ridiculous. It controlled my life. I wouldn't even talk to guys if they were a certain zodiac sign. Could you imagine how much great people I missed out on in my life? I probably even missed my dream partner as well, just by looking at when his birthday is and avoiding him. And anything that is controlling you to that extent, you know it's not healthy and you know it's not of God, right? It's not good. God tells us what to do next. He knows our future. We should be seeking those things for guidance, protection. We should be doing those things, guys. So guys, I'm going to wrap this video up now. I do need to cross the road, 1 second. I'm sorry, out of breath, guys. I don't think I can run across this road, to be honest. Let me try. Right, let me read out the top facts, guys. I'm trying to cross this road up. So, number 1 is Omar Plumber. Number 2 is Steven. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate you. Yeah, so to summarize this video, we need to be walking in light and not in the darkness. A lot of these things are not of God, right? And we need to be careful what we're diving into because it can bring curses onto our lives. I understand some people, unfortunately, are raised in families that are like witches and stuff like that. But just so you know, God hasn't given up on you. When He knows that your heart is yearning for Him and you're going out your way to seek Him, He will help you. He will get you out of these things, right? So it's not the end, guys. It's really not the end. God will never leave you. Just so you know that He will never leave you. He is always there. And He is our protection. He is the only thing that can protect us from all sources of evil. Right? Thank you so much for the like, guys. Wow, I have 3 likes. I only just saw that now. what God's done for me, right, he can surely do it for you, and he can do it better. God is great in every single way, and he knows what's happening in the spiritual world. He knows your heart. He knows that you are being deceived, right? You're being deceived by this world where they're telling you to engage in these strange things like Ouija boards, zodiac signs, prostitution, basically choosing different partners, sleepless nights. He knows what's going on, and he knows that it's a spiritual attack. Satan is constantly attacking people, and God is aware of this, but as soon as we choose him, he will cover us in Jesus' blood, right? He will cover us, guys. Jesus' blood is basically a sin offering, so you can be forgiven for your sins, just so you know. And a lot of people don't like to talk about this. They don't want people to be saved, right? People don't want people to be saved. They want people in darkness. But you see, with me, I want people to be saved. I don't want to feel guilty when someone dies and I'm thinking, I bet they didn't make it into heaven. And this is the truth. The world is an illusion. The world always says, oh, rest in peace to every single body. But not everybody is resting in peace. That's the thing. A lot of people are going to hell, unfortunately. And I really don't want to be one of those people. I really don't. I'm trying to work on it, but I really don't want to be one of those people that go to hell. Guys, if you are leaving comments, I can't see any comments. Sometimes YouTube stops me from seeing new messages. So I do apologise if anyone has been ignored. I really am not ignoring you. It's just basically YouTube. So I do apologise. But when I publish this video, I will see the comments afterwards. But guys, I appreciate you all for joining my live. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Be careful of what you're labelling yourself as. Be careful what you're diving into. There's a lot of things that are dynamic, right? And they seem innocent, they seem fun and playful because that's how they perceive it to be. They make it seem like, oh, zodiac signs is this little fun thing where you can guess what people are like, but it's really not. It's part of the witches' culture. You know, this is how they do their spells. You don't want to dive into that. You really don't want to. So if anybody wants me to do another video talking about this into more detail, then please let me know. But just for the record, guys, don't allow these things to label you because it's not true. Only God knows your true identity. Only he knows who you are. You don't need the people of this world to tell you who you are. Only the Most High knows who you are because he's the one that created you. Right, so guys, stay blessed, take care, have an amazing day. I might do another live later. I'll see you all. Bye.